Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. All right, so this video is about the brake booster and how to replace the brake booster on an 06 Passat. Essentially, I was called out to this job because there was an issue with the brake booster and the guy wanted to change it out. And well, I'm going to give you guys tips on how you guys can do it, because it's not really, if you guys never done this job before, it's not really the simplest thing to do as far as figuring out how to take the brake booster out. So basically what you guys want to do is you guys want to take off the brake reservoir. However, it's an 06, so there's a good chance you guys probably have like a seized screw. This screw is a Torx screw, and I literally broke the tip of my Torx socket on that screw. Unfortunately, we weren't able to take that screw out. I actually tried to drill the screw. Didn't work. So essentially, if you guys ran into this problem, you probably have to maybe cut the plastic portion that's connecting, that's actually being held in by the screw. It would actually still give you enough enough of a catch, a plastic catch, to actually put that reservoir back without it being all over the place or being loose. So if you guys have that problem, unfortunately I don't have the video of that, but if you guys run into that problem, you guys probably know what I mean. If you guys did run into the problem, just cut that little plastic piece that connects to the screw, put a cut in it, and you guys will have enough room to actually take it out, as far as maybe just taking a screwdriver and taking it out from one end and the other end. So that was the first problem that that arose from this situation. Now, as far as taking the bolts out, there are a couple of, there's two bolts, and then there's two torque bolts that's actually holding the brake booster in. And if you guys didn't know this, there's two bolts, and those bolts came out easy. The two long bolts that held in the brake booster, those came out easy too. But essentially the problem was, it was just really hard to figure out how that brake booster was held in. There weren't a lot of videos on this replacement itself on YouTube, so it's just so you had to take guesses on how to do it. But the two long bolts that hold the brake booster in from the outside. So don't look on the inside of the vehicle, under the car. Normally that's the way it's done, but I'm not quite sure. And I assume that's the way it's done in most cars, but I'm not quite sure, because haven't actually worked on too many brake boosters, but haven't replaced a lot of brake boosters. But if you guys, once you guys get those two bolts off, it should be loose. All right, there's really nothing holding it in. You will have to take off the plastic guards under the passenger side area, under the steering wheel. You're gonna have to take those off, because you're gonna have to get to where the brake itself is connected by a steel piece that connects it to the booster itself. That's not really an easy job. I know there are videos out there. We actually looked at videos. There's videos out there where they said you could actually just pop off some connector on the brake assembly itself. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do that. I had a mirror checking it out, looking at the whole entire area, just trying to figure out whether there was a clip. Sometimes they're held in by a clip or whatever. There was no clip. There was none of that. And you guys can figure out, definitely like drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know how you guys did it, but there was no clip. There was there's two bolts. All right. And essentially they're like tie rod bolts. One of the bolts is just holding in tight, and you got to break that bolt. I'm not quite sure which way you had to turn for that bolt, but you guys figure out if you guys are doing this job. And you'd have to hold the other bolt, you'd have to hold it tight, and you'd probably need a locking wrench and a regular wrench. And they're not the easiest thing. It's not the easiest place. It's not the easiest spot to get it out. If you guys are trying to get it out through that method, I was told, somebody said in a video that there's another way to do it from under the hood, but that was the only way that we managed to actually get it to get it off. And once you guys spin it the threads enough, it should just come out. And once you get it to come out, and if you guys have one of these, if you guys bought one of these non-OEM brake boosters, just know that you guys could possibly run into the same issue that we ran into in this situation, where the reservoir piece doesn't actually fit into the brake booster itself. And I'm saying we because I really needed some help with this situation. I had enough tools for anything that could have come up with this project, and I had a ton of tools out there. Unfortunately, it was my first time doing the brake booster on this vehicle, and it was just kind of confusing sometimes when we were trying to replace it. It was just a lot of things were just confusing. Not only confusing, but it was what's the word? We had to get into if you ever worked like under turning bolts under the wheel well, it's just really difficult. In any case, didn't really finish up this whole entire project. Reason being is that was that the brake booster was a non-OEM brake booster, and because of that, that piece where the reservoir held on to really didn't fit into the hole. And we tried every which way to actually get, and that piece had a rubber gasket and actually had to fit in it exactly right, so that it does a vacuum seal that no air comes out. And if any air comes out, you're gonna not just get issues with the brake itself, but you will also have a vacuum leak that would affect the engine. In any case, I recorded some videos of this, and if this helps you guys out, definitely leave a comment in the comment section, and please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up. You guys have anything to add to this, definitely drop a comment, and hopefully it'll help somebody else out with this, because this is not a lot of videos out on this. But once you get it out, putting it in wasn't really that difficult. I will say that this is an older vehicle, so the owner of this vehicle really, what's the word I'm trying to say? We had to break off some plastic pieces in the front, because outside of that, it would have been probably a lot harder to take out the brake booster and put it in. He didn't mind doing that, so it made it a really an easier job. But to be honest with you, if you really cared about that, as far as the because the brake booster is situated as it's situated between what is it, what I call it, the crown. There's a plastic piece that extends out, and then the metal piece that's up, and it's kind of hard to maneuver it out if you guys aren't bending the metal piece back. And you guys might have to just do more than bend that plastic crown upwards, because He was a cool guy. He really didn't care. It was an older car, so as long as it got it work, as long as we got it working, he didn't care. So we were able to get it out pretty easily. But if you guys were actually did care about the crowd and not breaking it and not bending, etc., you might have a hard time taking that brake booster out. In any case, if you guys have a question, and yeah, if you guys have a question, leave a comment. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff, guys. Take care.